Okay, so now that we have this recording started, welcome again to the Future of Acquisitions. Again, my name is Steve Revucky, a solutions expert over at Swets, and today we have an interesting agenda ahead of us. So let me go ahead. We're going to cover a few points simply to explain the partnership that Swets has with the ExLibris ALMA system. We'd like to give you some details about the first release that's due to come this July. We'll talk about some future plans, some things that are still on the drawing board and are expected to continue past this first stage of the partnership. After we finish today's webinar, we'll allow a little bit of time for Q&A. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them into the chat area and we'll get as much information to you as we can. Also, as you close out of today's webinar, you're going to see an exit poll. It should only take a minute or two for you to complete, but we do value your feedback, especially as we continue on with this process of this continued integration. So really, what is our goal? We have two different partners coming into this system, into this setup. So we have the goal of Swets and the goal of ExLibris. Really, Swets' goal is to improve and develop integrated workflow components to simplify the day-to-day workload for our library customers. Really, what we're looking to do is make things more efficient for you as you go about your day-to-day activities, things that may take you a lot of time in terms of manual processes. We're here to help automate some of that so that you can go ahead and dedicate that time to other more important things. ExLibris, on the other hand, is coming at this really with the idea of empowering libraries by really simplifying administrative options. There's a lot of administrative tasks that you're bogged down in. So we really do want to, both sides, both Swets and ExLibris, really want to give you that freedom to do more with your time. As we look to combine these two goals, the main idea that we're trying to get across is to increase efficiency, expanding the value of both ALMA and Swets to benefit mutual customers. So what do we have at this moment? Both Swets and ExLibris have agreed to work together and look at and identify the manual processes that our librarians are going through. We want to automate as many of these as possible and look at the entire concept of what we're calling automated lifecycle management. So there's a lot of different steps when it comes to acquiring content, managing content, and really we're looking at things to put pieces together as you see here and make things more efficient for you. So of course there's a number of steps in the planning. We've identified a number of workflow integration points. And of course we've spoken with a number of customers from both the Swets side and the ExLibris ALMA side. We've looked to identify just different points where we can integrate along the way. Some of these that have already been identified include acquisitions, renewals, e-resource management, license management. In terms of EDI invoices, this is already live. EDI claiming, once that becomes available, will also be a point of future development. So both sides have been speaking to each other for about a year to a year and a half through a number of different meetings. We've slated to launch in July of 2014 for the first piece of this integration, which is the acquisitions piece, and more will follow later. And so as we continue on, we're going to show how the benefit of combining these two systems is really going to help you in the acquisitions piece. So on the one hand, you have ExLibris ALMA residing on your system. This is as the LMS service. You'll have access to the community catalog, the MARC service that's included there, the ability to do acquisitions, and just general ERM in terms of your resource management. Coming at it from the other side, you have Swets. And as the agent, you'll be able to, as you continue on, Swets is responsible for the order administration, will give you the publisher pricing, you're able to obtain license and order details, and really the service that Swets brings to the equation. Putting those two together, we see potentials to automate a lot of processes and enrich things. So by exchanging data between both systems via what are called APIs, really just ways of automating a lot of data interchange, starting off with acquisition service and moving on to the overall lifecycle service, we see the benefits of integration. And this includes improving your experience, doing things in real time so you don't have to wait for data to come from one system to the other. Just have it done instantaneously. You'll be able to enrich the data. So instead of just having a few pieces of information, you're able to get more robust data and have things in the system where you don't have to go to a lot of different places to look for things. Things will be more detailed. And really, with the library as this third piece of this whole system, it really starts to come together, and there are quite a number of benefits. So for those who may not be familiar, one part of this is SwetsWise. And what is SwetsWise? SwetsWise is widely acknowledged to be the world's most comprehensive and sophisticated information procurement and management tool. You see the things that you can find in our extensive catalog, and we constantly look to add value to simply not just being an ordering system, but really giving you a lot of benefits. You'll see the three main points here within the SwetsWise diagram here: acquisition, access, and manage content. So again, as we're speaking mainly about the acquisitions point in this integration, you'll see that acquisitions does come as a main concept from the SwetsWise side. What I'm going to do next is just show you a few sample screenshots of how this integration will work. We won't get into much of the technical details as we move towards July and move towards the live integration. Things like that will become available. More information as to the exact details. If you're interested, we'll be able to get you some more information. So really, how is this going to work? Through this system, we can allow ALMA libraries to select and purchase both print and e-resources through SwetsWise or really any other Swets channel. So if you call your customer service representative, or depending on how, as long as an order is registered in the Swets system for you, it will be able to be integrated within your ALMA system, allowing you to streamline some of your processes. So you'll have here, we've got a sample title here, a space physics paradox, and then a title is shown. You'll see the electronic version, there's one order, and here you'll be able to auto-create the PO in ALMA. This is done in real time. So once it's ordered from Swets, this information will automatically populate as a purchase order. At the point of purchase, a bibliographic record will automatically be created at ALMA if there's no match found. It'll eliminate the need for you to go in and manually create both a bibliographic record and a purchase order and take the time in doing that. This will just save you those steps. As you go in and place the order through Swets, there will be another API calling information from ALMA where you'll be able to select from a drop-down list the fund code. So this way you don't have to repopulate that information. It will automatically allow you to select that and then populate that back into ALMA for you. The ALMA order number will be returned and auto-populated on Swets side. So again, this overlap but really sharing of information will save a lot of time and keep a lot of things in order. It will also supply a URL in the ALMA order notes so that you can download package contents if you order a package from SwetsWise. You'll be able to see, well, what's exactly in that package that I ordered, so that, again, you don't have to look for that information in multiple places. So we're going to take a look at a sample here. Swets worked with, I think it was about 6 libraries, and just basically asked them, what are your steps in a new ebook purchase? What do you need to do from start to finish in order from deciding you want X title to actually ordering it, bringing it into your catalog, and making it available? So as we spoke with these librarians, we've come to a list, we've come down to about 24 different processes from start to finish, and really assigning some time values to this. We've seen areas where we can integrate, and there's a number of steps that can be API driven. Looking at this chart, simply 13 of these 24 processes will be automated when the integration plans are complete. You'll see for this new ebook order comes to 17 minutes of savings. When it comes to continuations, renewals, add-ons, things will be much simpler, but it still does involve a time savings. So of course, the benefits to you, saving time is going to save you money. And again, we look at streamlining processes. So if we look at those initial 24 tasks, we're down to 10, but it's not that we've just dropped a number of steps in the process. We've reorganized, we've allowed you to streamline things so that you can use the time for other things. Now again, if we were to take this and put a dollar value to it, so let's say there were 2,000 new ebooks purchased last year, 17 minutes saved in the workflow for each of those ebooks. We translate that into 34,000 minutes of total savings, over 560 hours, over 70 work days. If we were to assign a value of about $25 an hour to that, we're looking at saving over $14,000 over the course of a year for these orders. Again, this is just the acquisitions piece of this integration. Between Swets and ALMA, the conversations are continuing, and ExLibris is looking for additional ways that they can work with Swets to streamline and make a lot of your tasks easier. So some of the areas that we're continuing to look at are things such as automatic renewals and automated e-resource claiming. Future development is going to check your entire collection prior to your purchase so that you don't order something that you already have. So there will be a duplicate check API that will ask you, are you sure you want to order a second copy or another copy of something that you already have, so that you don't accidentally order something that you already have in your system and didn't intend. There's also going to be work on developing a fund availability API, so that if you have your different funds set up and you see that there is some money left over in one of those funds and you go to make a purchase, or that there is no money left in those funds, and it will check to see, well, do you have enough? Do you need to change your fund? Things of that nature when it comes to using the funds that you have available. Additional lifecycle activities are planned, really looking at things such as access confirmations and access URL. And really the ultimate goal is efficiency. And as this little graphic will show you here on the screen, time really is money. And so any way that we can help streamline, make things more efficient for you, take a lot of those simple tasks out of your hands and really automate them for you is really an attempt to streamline and make things easier for you. One of the institutions that ExLibris and Swets have worked with already in information gathering and testing some of the things out is Virginia Commonwealth University. And here we have Denise Branch. She's the head of the continuing resources at the VCU libraries. She gave us a great quote when it came to this integration. And some of the points that I've highlighted here on the screen are some of the things that I'd like you to be able to take away from this session today. Things such as making it more efficient, relieved of some of the arduous workflow, a seamless data interchange, and really streamlined library operations. So this is just the start of something much bigger, but again, even this acquisitions module will help you as you continue on and looking for ways to make things more efficient and not relying on a lot of duplicate or extraneous work. I do want to thank you for attending today's session. Again, if you've typed in any questions, we do encourage you, please wait for a response. As I end today's webinar, we'll show an exit poll on the screen, so we do encourage you to take a look at the exit poll. And we'll follow up with a link to the recorded session, and you'll be able to share this with any of your colleagues who couldn't attend today. There's also an email address that you'll see here on the screen, or if there are any questions that you didn't have answered today, that you can reach out to us for more information, and we'll be sure to get back to you. It looks like we did have a few questions that came in. The first one is, you gave an example for ebooks, but what is expected for serials? While we've done some initial research, there is also potential to save up to 20 minutes per journal order. A lot of the duplicate work, again, that you would have to put into one system and then transfer over to the other is going to be removed. So no matter what you're ordering from the Swets system and transferring the information into ALMA, a lot of that is going to be saved, will translate into minutes, which will translate into savings for you. One of the other questions that came in, are you currently in talks with any other systems to integrate? Well, we do see the potential for a lot of this information to really be beneficial for anybody who's using a system such as this. But at this time, we're currently putting our efforts into making as much of the process seamless between SwetsWise and ExLibris ALMA. But there may be other opportunities for future integrations. We do have a lot of integration solutions, such as Sushi, an automatic statistics harvesting, EDI invoicing, EDI claiming, consolidation e-check-in, and even e-procurement punch-out. So these are available currently through other systems. But we are focusing our efforts at this time on this new workflow integration to really improve the acquisitions process. But as you see with what we've already discussed today, there's a lot of opportunity in the future for continuing to streamline these operations. And I think we have one more question that came in. Somebody wanted to know, how much does this cost? This is always tough when you have people concerned with their budgets and really making sure that expenses are kept at a minimum. So outside of the normal costs that you would pay to maintain your ALMA program, there's going to be no additional fee for this integration. Both Swets and ExLibris, we see the value in streamlining these processes and making things more efficient for our mutual customers. We look to continue down this road with future developments. I'd like to be aware of your time today and thank you for your attendance. We do appreciate your participation. And once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much for attending.